Welcome. My name is Marty Major with FLIR Security's TCX Training Department. We're here today to talk about Thumbnails Search, one of the new added features in United VMS 7.0. So if we come down here to the pane on the bottom left here, we have our query functions right here. And if we just choose our regular query, we come to the top here, and normally if we would look for clips or bookmarks, etc., now with the addition of 7.0, we now have a thumbnails option to search for. Thumbnail search are generally used as a visual way to see over long periods of time, or really any periods of time, and determine when something changed, when something went missing, and then drill down very quickly to that time on the timeline so we can export the evidence. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now that we've chosen thumbnails at the top, notice that I have a few cameras available here, and I can pick and choose between them, but I cannot combine them. So there is no syncing of thumbnails search. It's an individual camera only thing. All right, once the camera has been determined, you come down here and you choose from our traditional drop down here in the date and time, last day, last 2 days, last week, any time, which would cover your entire database, and then manual selection, which would allow you to pick and choose. Now we're going to be coming back to this manual selection here very quickly as we start to drill down in our thumbnail search. But I need to show it visually first before that makes any sense. So let's just leave it at a day, right? It's the time it's chosen, even though I've set it to manual. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to look. You know what? I'll just set this back to 24 to make it nice and easy. So if I come down here, I can see this is the new field that we need to discuss, and this is the interval field. When I tell the system, look at this camera over 24 hours and give me a thumbnail every period of time here. So this is really what I'm choosing. I have a number of different choices here. An hour works great over 24 because it should give me then 24 thumbnails, one every hour between the from time and the to field. So let's just do that. Take a look at it. The initial search, you'll see it comes up in a little bit of a different display, right? You're not used to seeing this. These are those thumbnails, every hour starting at 9:59, which is what it looks like right here in the from field. 10:59, 11:59, you can see the progression each hour. Now, this is a 24-hour period, and I only see 12 thumbnails here. So you can see any other available thumbnails will be able to be found using these arrows right here. So again, this brings me all the way back to, and I may have another one, another hour, which will be 10:36, so it's not quite there yet. So these are the 24 that it gives me, and this is the visual part that I was talking about. As soon as you do your initial search, this could be over a month period of time, and I could search by day and have one thumbnail each day, so I could determine when someone stole my car from the parking lot, etc. So this visual search, in this example, what we'll do is we need to show you how to drill down very quickly and get to the evidence that you need. So over a day's period of time, I'm looking at 24 different thumbnails, one each hour apart. And let's just say for this example, I'm trying to determine when the camera went monochrome, right? When it lost its color capabilities because the light got too dim and it reverted to its monochrome functionality. So you can see it occurred between 8:36 p.m. and 9:36 p.m. yesterday. So what I would immediately do then is come right over here for my secondary search once I've identified that time frame and put in this time. Notice if I click it, it puts it in this field here. If there's a certain area, even in the thumbnail search that I'm interested in, the digital zoom function works, and I could zoom in here, and you'll notice all of the thumbnails also zoom into this area. That's kind of nice if you're looking to focus on something specific. But either way, here's my change, that I'm going to use as my example. So 8:36 p.m. to 9:36, I simply come down here, change this to what the start and from fields are. There's 8:36. Got to change that to p.m. And I change this one to 9:36 p.m. quite simply. Just like that. Now, obviously, I need to change my interval now. And this is where we need to start drilling down. If I'm looking only over an hour period of time here, which is between here and here, I need an interval then that's going to give me a series of thumbnails. So if I have an hour period of time and I choose 5 minutes, that's a nice even 12 thumbnails, which can all be displayed. So I'm going to do that. Hit go. And now literally in 2 very quick searches, I've identified into a 5-minute period. So I started off over a day. I didn't know when it occurred. And now in 2 quick clicks, I am now able to see in a 5-minute period when this occurred. So imagine if you started at a month and you did a day per day, then you drill down by maybe 6 hours. And it's a constant drilling down until you get to the point of the timeline that you need to export. And then you simply do so and get your evidence off to the police. So Thumbnail search is the visual way to sort of scrub your timeline without actually having to guess. You get to visually look, and as long as you continue to drill down by changing that from and to fields, and then dropping your interval down to a smaller period of time, it takes almost no time then to find exactly what you're looking for. For further FLIR security training, go to FLIR.com, then Products and Security. From the Security page, you would come to Support and then Training. On the training page, we have it divided currently between in-person training and online training. The in-person training includes certification classes in Latitude and many of our thermal technologies. The online training includes upcoming security webinars, which you see up here on the left, and recorded webinars, which of course continues to grow as we do the current webinars. But over on the right-hand side, you'll see our online training video library where we cover a number of different things in our repertoire. If we go to Latitude, you can see we have a series of Latitude training videos like this one that you just listened to, and we are adding to this list, and it is growing fast.